Hey, good morning, everybody. And we're back at it today. And we already had a good day, it seems. So come on, guys. I don't think I'm going to put the scanners on in the morning anymore after today. You don't think to appreciate it, so get that like count up, and I might think about it. Okay, let's hit the thumbs up button, and I might think about it. But as of yet, it seems like you don't really want me to. So yeah, let's have a look at what's moving. We've got seed. We made a few quid on that one earlier. Sound Group, so Origin Agricultural, Agritech, Sound Group, Microcloud Hologram. That's moving again. Hello. We've got Intuitive Machines, or Luna. It's Stone Cold. Like, I prefer to think of myself as the OG, the Qui-Gon, rather than the Obi-Wan. Neurosense, it's looks like it's having a little bit of a move. Pop and drop. We've seen a few of those this morning. Pop and drop, not good. I'm going to take it easy now because I'm kind of 24%. So I started this morning. My money cleared yesterday. Actually towards the middle of the afternoon, and I was already in bed. But it cleared yesterday, so it was ready there for me this morning. And we're starting today with a little over $10,000, $10,118.27 to be precise. So we're back at it today. So we're effectively 10k down since we blew up last week. VCIG might move. It's under the V. If it gets back over the VWAP, great. VWAP on VCIG 167. SOGP is under, everything's under the V. Everything that's popped seems to be under the VWAP at the moment, with the exception of Neurosense here, which is at 170, so I'm not going to touch it. Microcloud Hologram, that's the top mover at the moment, over $2. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm actually yeah. I'm not 10k down for the month. I'm substantially more down for the month because I had that big loss day on the first of the month before I withdrew. Actually, I'll have a look. Excuse me. So right now my February is negative. It's a losing month. I don't have many losing months, to be fair, but I'm a losing trader this month. I'm still, for the year, I'm still good. Still in a very good position on the year. I'm not too worried about that. 140k up on the year, but February I'm 17.5k down. That's gross. Obviously, it's actually a little bit more than that when I look at the net numbers after fees and charges. 140k up, 17.5k down on February. So I need from here on in, I'm looking at 20k in the next 7 days. So double it. I need to double my account size no, triple my account size in the next 7 days. I think I'm actually asking a bit much of myself there, but we're starting off okay, 2,400. So I need 17k off 10k in 5 trading days. No, 7 trading days. Is that right? No, 5 trading days. MOTS. Look at MOTS, lower price stock. Yeah, but 3k. That's 3k per day off a 10k account. So that's a lot, Brandon. It is a lot. Mortis GI. Although if today's anything to go by, it's achievable, I guess. Mortis GI. No, I did have one last. Was it June? I wasn't officially. I think it was May or June last year. Let me just have a quick look. It was either May or June last year that had. Have a look. Today, that's month of the year. It was early summer. I think it was June. Yeah, June. Was it October? June and October were both pretty poor. Let's have a look at that. Because they were profitable on paper only. June 20. Yeah, June. Oh, June was all right. It was 7k. Made 7k net in June. Was it October? No, October. I actually had a red month in October net, a net red month. So I lost 2.5k in October. Whilst I was green on the gross numbers, actually net was 2.5k down in October. Well, that was a red month. What is MOTS? It's Mortis GI Holdings, Mr. J. And it's moving reasonably well right now. Not something I'm prepared to trade, but where the momentum is right now. I'm good. How's you? Yeah, I made 7k. 7k was a poor month in June, and I lost 2.5k in October. Red months are inevitable. You can't just have green months all the time. You're going to have days where you lose money. You're going to have weeks where you lose money. You're going to have months where you lose money, and that just comes with trading, unfortunately. And occasionally, if you don't manage your risk and if you're not at it, you're going to blow up your account like I did. If you're trading on a small account, you should. If you've got over 30k in your account, you should never blow it up. You really shouldn't. In fact, you should never blow your account up. If you're managing risk properly and you're not risking more than 3 to 5% of your account on a single trade, then you should never blow it up. But I gave you all a lesson in what not to do last week. What stock screeners am I using? Benzinga. Benzinga. You've got my link tree there in my profile. You can actually go and check it out for free for 14 days if you want to. Great tool. I certainly wouldn't be profitable without it, that's for sure. And Zinga's a great. Mott's is looking, it's actually moving up really well. Yeah, I had some dodgy news on Wednesday evening that carried through Thursday. Didn't sleep at all, pretty much on Wednesday night. Yeah, a ruined Valentine's evening, shall we say? I wasn't in good shape on Thursday. I shouldn't have been trading. I should have taken the day off, but yeah. So the last time I was like that, I was drinking red wine and trading, and that's not a good idea either. Now it's over the $50. Don't drink and trade. In fact, anytime you're mentally or emotionally compromised, just give the trading a miss. You don't have to trade every single day, and the emotional aspect of trading on its own is tough enough to overcome. If you've got other emotional issues going on at the same time, just stay away from the trading. Thank me later. Hey, CMD. Yeah, but like I say, emotional trading there, Brandon. I was already emotional before I started trading. Then you get involved in the emotions and you just like, heck it. Trade with your head, not your heart. Going back here, this might be a decent watch for a bounce on the 9 EMA on MOTS, possible. That's not financial advice. Everything that popped up seems to be pulling back, so we'll wait for the next pop. Rockets and Liverpool show. I'm watching the Liverpool game later. Liverpool Luton. They don't drink and trade. I had 2 bottles of wine over the course. I did a long session there. What would it have been? 18 months ago. And I was drinking red wine whilst I was waiting during the power hour. And let's just say I was slightly inebriated. I lost about 30k that day, I think it was. 28. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I can't remember. I'm being blasé about the numbers, but at the time I was on a bit of a hot streak at the time, so I wasn't too worried about it. Likewise, last week, you know, I blew up a 30k account last week, which you should never do. But in the grand scheme of things, I've reduced my account size to 10k like a week before, so I've only lost 10k. That's the way I've got to look at it to keep my head sane. Invest at it. Drunk Tony's funny, but it's not for trading. Depends what I'm drunk on. If I'm drunk on brandy, then you've got to watch out, because that brings out aggressive Tony, and he's not nice. Violent Tony, he's not nice. It's saying nice bounce on the 9. It bounced and now it's pulling back again, so you've got a double top there. So just be careful if you're in this already. a rejection just over the $0.50. Eurocent's pulling back as well. Have another look at microcloud holographic, which went up huge amounts last week, and I missed that one as well. It went up to like almost $100 last week. What was it, 98 or something? 98.40 last week. That was mad. That was on Friday. $30 all the way up. Roku, is Roku moving, is it? Take a look for you. No, nothing going on with Roku. Roku sold off on earnings there last week, and yeah, nothing going on with Roku. There's no volume on it. It's down on the day slightly, ever so slightly, just over a percentage point. 77 cents down on the day, but there's nobody trading it. There's no volume on it. From an intraday trade point of view, you want to see volume on it. I see relatively high volume on it, and there's nothing going on with Roku, so I wouldn't worry too much about Roku just now. I think everything's pulling back a little bit right now. Yeah, most of the big movers this morning are still underneath the VWAP. So I'm kind of watching a few of them. If they get back over the VWAP, then we might be in business and might be able to talk. But until then, swap this one out. It's below $2 now. Leading gappers, excluding ETFs. That's what I've got on the charts right now, the smaller charts. Yeah, CMD, I'll wait for the... I wouldn't even think of trying to trade that in anticipation. Wait for the market reaction. Wait for the price action to kick in. Yeah, hopefully we get a nice well, Luna's trying to test the VWAP again. Intuitive Machines. Nice move up, but rejected the VWAP. Decent move up. What's the spreads on this at the moment? The 20-cent ATR in 1 minute. Spreads are what, 5 cents ish? Oh, 25% risk on that. It's not bad. Double bottom there. Nice little double bottom at the $0.50. Needs to get over and hold the VWAP. You got the golden cross here at 12.90. Still think VWAP's key. I probably would wait for the $0.50, 13.50. Just get that confirmation. Is MOTS moving again in the right direction after a little mini pullback? No. Oh, it's still up, but not by a huge amount. And quite a few pop and drops this morning. Oh, just dangerous. Yeah, no problem. It's a very good question there, Mike. This horizontal histogram here is volume by price. You can see that. What essentially that is, the green is where it's been bought, and the yellow if it's been bought on, if the transaction went through on the uptick, or it went down on the orange, it's on the downtick. So this is volume by price, and the larger the volume, that's where the transactions are coming through. So right now, here we're getting a lot of transactions taking place at one. It's based on what the candles you can see on the screen, okay? The candles you can see on the chart area. And it gives you a good idea of where people are holding bags. It gives you a good idea, so you don't just have to look at the level 2. That actually tells you where transactions have taken place. It's volume by price. It's a good idea. If you're looking at it, you can see where people are holding bags, or you can see where people are actually selling, consistently selling. So it's a nice. I wouldn't say I use it for triggers, but it's a good indicator of where price action is taking place. That's volume by price here. Yeah, so looks like quite a lot of people buying and selling here. A lot of sellers. Put that kind of 140, 145, area 146 area. And you can see that on the level 2 as well. It's just confirmed. Quite thickly traded, this one. Mortis GI Holdings. Look at the level 2. It's very thickly traded. 15.5 million shares sold already. So being heavily traded. Let's go back to intuitive machines. Bit of a double top there. 1338, give or take. 1339. 2 attempts at taking the VWAP were both rejected. Let's have a look at, not great volume by the looks of it, but it's top of the momentum chart, top of the surging scanners on no volume. So yeah, that's all the volume was first thing, went up to $12, well, $11.89. Have a look at microcloud holographic. Oh, microcloud hologram, should I say? Neurosense trying to go back green again. just underneath the yesterday's close price. Just gone green. Let's have a look at NYSE. It's below $2, which seems to, that's where all the movement is right now. This popped up and went up to almost 190, then sold off. So this is erratic. Irampu, good to see you again. Not seen you for a while, buddy. Come on, let's make sure we smash that thumbs up button. We've got a little over half an hour before we get into the market properly. So hit that thumbs up button. You want to have a look at Lucid? We can take a look at Lucid for you, buddy. Barcoding. Not great volume. It's just barcoding. The range, there's no range at all. So from an intraday day trade, there's no price action going on with Lucid at the moment. It's 7 cents down on the day, so you know, just under 2% down, or 8 cents is now it's down on the day. There's no range on Lucid. There's a penny on the spreads, penny on the range, less than a penny on the range. It's just barcoding. There's nothing happening at the moment. Now it tends to be like, unless it's got, you know, company-specific news catalyst on any given day, Lucid tends to be like that. It's not one for making big moves out of the regular hours. It does tend to get volume after the open, but it's always very thickly traded. So you never, well, you're not, I won't say never. You don't very often get great range for day trading with Lucid, intraday trading with Lucid Group. It's usually does have a very small range. If you look at the daily, well, take a look at the daily. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at the daily here, and this is the daily chart, and we're talking about a 30-cent average true range across the daily chart over the last 14 days or whatever, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So we're looking at 30 cents on a given day. 30 cents on a given day. I'm looking for 30 cents in 10 seconds. I'm looking for a 30-cent move over 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. So yeah, Lucid is not, it's not great for day trading for that very reason. It just doesn't give you that much volatility. But yeah, that's where we are with Lucid. Yeah, it's not moved at all. I think is that after hours still Lucid today? Is it today earnings? Lucid's got earnings. I thought it ought to come out. Quite a few. I mean, we've got Nvidia. I'll be we're buying. I've not got the price yet, but I'll be buying a strangle probably before lunch on Nvidia. I want to see how it does at the open. I might just do a straddle. So Nvidia earnings list is probably going to be the biggest mover. I've got quite a few movers, quite a few earnings dropping today, and quite a few this evening as well. So Wix had earnings this morning. So this evening we've got Lucid, Lucid Group. Yeah, that's after hours. We've got Texas Instruments. We've got Rivian Automotive after the market close. That might move some. We've got Marriott Vacations, or Marriott Resorts, however you want to call them. We've got Coca-Cola FEMSA. We've got Trip.com. That usually tends to move on earnings. Jack in the Box. I mentioned Nvidia already, didn't I? We've got Coca-Cola Consolidated. So if you're in Coca-Cola, today's the day. Cheesecake Factory. That's another one. I mean, there's quite a lot going on today in terms of earnings. We've got Joby or Aviation, that used to be a popular one with the Wall Street Bets community back in the day. Etsy, there's another one. 5-9s, there's another one. So a lot of earnings today, but the big one that's going to move the market is Nvidia. So I'm kind of watching Nvidia at the open. I'm going to watch it probably till about 11:30, and then I'll get a price for options, and I'll take a strangle, and I'll cash in. I think a strangle is going to be it potentially could move well, and I think a strangle is going to be worthwhile taking if for earnings. I think it might actually sell off, but you never know. Not for sure. Yeah, volatility's it's not a lot. We've had volatility, but it's been pop and drops this morning. They're getting. Don't do what I do, Mike. Do what I say. Yeah, we've had Nvidia earnings after hours, yes, MSD. So I'm staying up tonight. So I'll be watching the football, and then earnings will take place probably around half time. Let me just have a quick look what time the football is today. Is it 4:30 or 4:45 my time? 3:30. All right, okay. I'll get most of that game in then. I'll probably get the whole game before earnings. I'll watch the game, and then once I've watched the game, I'll come and trade earnings. I won't be trading earnings on Nvidia. I'll have the strangle. I'll have the option strangle for that. So I won't be trading earnings on Nvidia. I'll obviously be watching it. I'll be very interested. If the price goes up, and it goes up by a certain amount, I'll probably exercise the options instead of cashing in the balance. I don't like to make predictions on earnings, Paul, for the very simple reason is that depending on the outlook, they might print a great earnings. They might have a great earnings print, and then they have the conference call and the outlook is completely different, and then it sells off. Vice versa, it might not have the greatest of earnings print, and then the outlook is saying, well, this is why we've not had a great earnings print, but it's all been pushed into next quarter, and the outlook is rosy, and then the price just takes off. So rather, if you're trading earnings, trade the market's reaction to those earnings. Don't try and anticipate it. Unless you're doing options. If you're trading options, obviously you need to try and anticipate it. And the way I find the best way to trade earnings, again, not financial advice, but I find the best way to trade earnings if you're trading options is to take either a strangle or a straddle options position on your chosen company or chosen stock, and then the day before or a couple of days before, with expiry at the back end of the week, so you get really good price, and then just sell it when the market opens in the morning, regardless. Well, I'll tell you what, if it goes up to 850, I'm going to be quids in. I'm quids in with Nvidia as it is already, so I've got absolutely no qualms. Right, what's moving? CPOP now. MOTS. Let's have a look at MOTS, because I'm not watching Lucid. I'd rather watch the earnings, so the Nvidia chart. At least Nvidia moving in the right direction. It's moving up. at all time, close to the all-time highs there on Friday, but didn't quite get there. I think it did pre-market. Yeah. Let's look at the markets as a whole. So we've got just under 25 minutes to go. Let's have a look at the daily chart on the market. So we're up here, 495.65 on the SPY. Now, SPY SPY is an ETF from State Street. It's a SPDR S&P 500. It tracks the S&P 500 or the SPX if you're a futures trader. So it tracks the S&P 500, and you can see here, I mean, there's a bit of a M pattern there, so it wouldn't surprise me if we pull all back. Now, what I would say though is what are these lines here? This is my bull market channel that I drew after the. This goes back all the way to the bear market end in October 22. So you can see we've been moving steady up, and we're in this bull market. We're at the top of this bull market channel here. So a retracement down here to around kind of 480, 470, 479, 480, 485. That's still very healthy, you know, even down to 470, and then continued move back up. We've had the end of year rally, Santa Claus rally, as some were calling it, on the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ 100 is exactly the same. It was phenomenal rally from end of October to through to this month, and we're still up there at the highs. So I'm not worried about this. If you've got your pensions and your 401ks or whatever it is that tend to track these kind of markets, they're in very good shape at the moment, because we're still up very close to the all-time highs. Will the bubble burst and we have a market crash? I don't think so. I think the market right now would need a huge catalyst to have a crash. It depends on your definition of a crash, but I would say falling out of that bull market channel to have a crash. Yeah, I don't think it's going to move 20% or 15 at a push. I would say 10 to 12%. I think 15 at a push, but we'll see. If it gets 20%, I think it then pull back, and before the market opens tomorrow, you're probably looking at. It gets to 20%, you're probably looking at 15 at the market open, and we'll see. But I didn't take. On the last earnings on Nvidia, I didn't take an options position because it was too expensive. I didn't think that the break even was going to get covered, and I was right. So we'll see. That's why I want to get a price and get a quote from Interactive later, and I'll wait for the volatility of the open to die off, so we get a little bit of kind of midday. What's the word I'm looking for? Stagnation. A bit midday stagnation. The prices will come down a little bit, and then get a quote. If I think that the break even is achievable on a strangle or straddle, then I'll take it. If not, I just won't bother. I'll look at something else. There's a few good options to take. Etsy's got. Let's have a look at Etsy right now. Etsy's got. Rivian Automotive got earnings, so those are the kind of things I'll be trading at the after hours, after the match, if it's there. So Etsy. So Etsy right now, no volume at all, but this is one that could move on earnings after hours. It tends to be quite liquid. Traded this one on earnings in the past. Problem with doing these when I've got a small account is I'm really taking very small positions. I'd only get like 2x leverage on overnight margin. So 2x leverage to trade the earnings with these kind of things is a bit crappy. So when you've got a 10k account, well, as it stands right now, 12.5k account. So you really, you've got 100 shares, 200 shares, whatever. it gets very difficult. $20 on a large cap overnight on earnings is doable. I mean, we saw what happened with Meta a couple of weeks ago. Look at Meta, how much that moved. Yeah, so it closed out on the first. This is when I lost my shirt. It closed out on the first. Facebook. It closed out at 394.78, and it opened up on the second at 459.60. So that's like over $60 that moved, and then it continued up, and it finished the day on 485. So it was almost $100. $90 it moved that day. Oh, absolutely get it. I can't afford to be not disciplined today. Small account starting again today with $10,118. So, and 27 cents. That 27 cents is important. $100 move in 24 hours from Meta. It's huge. I just wished I'd taken an option. I did, but I just wished I'd not sold it on the open. Still made some money on it. It's made a nice amount. I just wish I hadn't sold. Like 30k on that Meta earnings with the strangle. And in hindsight, if I hadn't sold and sold the following day on the Friday, I probably would have been close to 100k on it. Not a lot moving right now. MOTS still moving. Still breaking highs. Up there. Current high of day, 181. I've been watching this the last hour. As it moved up from like $1, broke the VWAP, and all the way up. It's fairly consistent. We've got 16 minutes before the market opens. I'm going to have a drink, but not that kind of drink. I won't even be having a beer with the football later. Probably will. What I'll probably do is I'll probably take a nap, set my alarm for around 2:30. Get up for 3 and then watch the match at 3:30. It's my time, of course. So if you're in the US and you want to watch the Liverpool game today, 2:30 p.m. for you guys. Right, yeah, no, nothing moving right now. We didn't get. I thought we might get a news pop at the top of the hour. That tends to be a lot of press rooms, a lot of companies' press rooms. They release the news at the top and bottom of the hour. So at 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, etc., etc. That's when they release the press. You know, any kind of press releases that they're releasing. That's when they'll send them out. And then that's when you get the pops as well, because obviously that's the news breaking. Try Bloomberg Terminal's good for. It's Bloomberg Terminal, very expensive, but that gets us. because that's obviously the media house as well. So they get the news before everybody else, a couple of minutes before everybody else as it happens. Yeah, so starting on my small account again. And I will be starting it again next week. So whatever I make this week, I'll continue this up until the end of next week, and then I'm going to withdraw anything out of there and start with another 10K the following Monday. So that will be the 5th. Monday the 5th, I'll be starting with another 10K. Bloomberg, Brandon. They have. So if you're a finance house, very often a bank or an institutions, you know, the hedge funds, they'll use Bloomberg Terminal. It's the one that the professionals use. It's very good, very expensive, but it's very good. Gold standard, Mike. Absolutely, absolutely. So GP, what level would I consider getting in? Over the VWAP. I'm going to be very disciplined today. If it's not over the VWAP, I'm not taking any of these crappy. Me personally, any of these crappy dip buys, I'm going to wait for something that's showing bullish momentum, which means it's over the VWAP. Taking a momentum move on a reversal, like it's been selling off and it's moving up, that's fine. But something that's moved up and it's retraced, like Sound Group, I'll be waiting for it to break the VWAP again. So we've got a nice, if you look at this here, we've got a nice little move and some clear resistance here at kind of 640. So, which is just over the VWAP. So I'm not going to touch this before 640 now. Whilst it is still the top gapper, got SOGP, Sound Group, Seed, Microcloud Holographics, just sideways chop, Seed sideways chop. Sound Group, it's downwards crap. I mean, you might an argument to say that you want to be doing the sending resistance there as well, in which case 550 might be interesting if you want to take an earlier position, but I don't see it myself. I want that confirmation, and I'm already 24% up on the day, so I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks today. Well, let's have a look at that, shall we, Brandon? There's nobody trading it right now. Very little volume, not much in the way of range. I advanced biotherm. It's just, I think that was yesterday, Brandon. I think that FDA had a really good day yesterday. I think what you're looking at with Iova had a good day yesterday. Probably the news that you're talking about probably was yesterday. Did I send an Instagram request? I don't think so. Alistair? I don't think I did. I mean, I'm on Instagram, but I don't tend to follow people on Instagram. Well, not with that account, at least, anyway. Now, let's look at Microcloud again. So, VWAP is currently sitting at 21.27. So, I'm sticking with that mentality that the VWAP is Not trading anything under the VWAP today. BTYX, which there's not a lot at the moment. So Ventyx Bioscience, go figure. Why is this moving? Let me have a quick look. Not seeing any catalyst. Moving though. Moving well. Is it moving? No, I can't see anything. It's whippy. Much as 20 cents on the spreads. It's a big upwick as well. What's going on with this? Don't worry about that, Brandon. Yesterday, look, these bioscience stocks, they're a flash in the pan. So we've got the 1 minute devil horns here, so 2 minute devil horns. Bio stocks like this are a flash in the pan. I over yesterday, BTYX, it can move up and move up well one day, and you can find out that overnight it's lost half its value. So do not think that it's got good news, it's going to continue running. It might do, but it might not. So don't get married to these stocks just because you have a good day with them. Don't look at these stocks for long-term investment. Seriously, these are garbage companies. Look for something that's got a real strong economic moat around it, that regardless of a bit of bad news, it's still going to be a strong stock, and it's still going to be in demand, and the price in the long term is going to move up. BTYX, I can't see any catalyst for it though. So it's moved up. It's now 35% up. Well, over $0.25, this might be worth taking a small position. For me. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. I want to see a news catalyst for it. I'm not seeing any news, but the volume's coming in. The volume coming in is really nice. It's normally does about 2.3 million on any given day, and this 1 million that it's done over the last 5 minutes, really. 600k in that last 5 minutes, nearly 700k in that last 5 minutes in terms of volume. So in 5 minute volume, 700k. It normally does 2.3 million on average. So that's why I'm saying this might be of interest. If it breaks over that $0.25 level, quarter, half, and whole dollar is a very psychological level. So if it can find support at the whole dollar and then move up and break the $0.25, we might see a bit more, strong volume coming through. Let's see. It's been holding the VWAP. Luna, Intuitive Machines, testing the VWAP again. Microcloud holographic over the VWAP now. Come back to this. It's a nice little flag setup. Oh, Intuitive Machines, Linus, it's up there at 1320. It's trying to get back over the VWAP here. But I did say 1340. There's confirmed resistance there. So then we've got Microcloud holographic. Trying to hold the VWAP here, so maybe look for a VWAP bounce. No, didn't hold the VWAP. So let's go back to our little friend Ventic Bioscience. No, I've got nothing. Yesterday, after hours, they reported participation in the Oppenheimer 34th Annual Healthcare Life Sciences Conference. But that was yesterday, after hours. So I'm not seeing any reason why this popped up. It's still a small float. It's just over 39 million in the float. 12.5% short interest on it. It's not bad. Yeah, just not seeing it. Don't trust it. Right, which two of you are going to smash that like button for me? Thumbs up needs hitting. If you've not hit it yet, do it now. I need. We've only got 2 minutes to go. I'm going to put the. So I need 2 likes before the bell rings. I'm going to put the regular session scanners on now, out of the way, and we'll see what the market brings us. So we've got 90 seconds before the market opens, give it a take. Let me just have a look at that. Are you looking at the free float, or are you looking at the shares outstanding? You're looking at the total shares outstanding, Mike. So we're looking at 59 million shares outstanding, but the free float is 39 million. So that's probably the difference between what you're getting from Schwab and reality. So the total shares and the free float are 2 different things. The float is what's openly available to trade on the market, whereas you're going to have the shares outstanding is the total portfolio of shares, which includes some that are locked in with various sort of contractual things as well. Get over $0.25, give it a chance, but I'm going to give 15 cents. Yeah, get out. 20 cents in that case. Right. Where's my bitch? Who's gonna be my bitch? Get the $half here. You know you want it. Oh, 20-second trailing stop. Let's see what that was for us. Well, that's not even a trailing stop, is it? I'll let that move up and then I will fix that out for a trailing. I think I've just put a normal 20-cent stop in place. There's my trailing stop. There we go. Got 7 cents. $0.10. There we go. So I've got my 10 cents. I'm happy with this trade already. What's the halt level? 527. We're way off that. Don't think we'll get that. There we go. I've got 27 cents on this already, so I'm a happy bunny. This is a good trade. Easy trade. 1,000 shares. And we've got the best part of 30-cent trade out of it. So that's 300 bucks-ish, give or take. Oh yeah, 300 bucks definitely. We've got 40 nearly 50 cents out of this so far. We might hit that halt level yet. 534 is the halt level. $50. This is nice. We're back. We're back. I'll keep going. I'm just going to watch this. I don't need to scale in. I can leave this as it is. I'm already over goal, so I don't need to get greedy. Although half of me saying, get greedy, maximize your profit. I'm like, no, let's just base hit. You've got to love the trailing stop. The trailing stop is like printing. It's a license to print money. It's wonderful. You just let the market stop you out. You know, the market decides when it's time to, when you're done. Look at that, 700 bucks. So I was $100 down, $800 trade, that one. Happy days. Takes me to 3,000 up on the day. With $10,000 start, that's a 30% gain I've made on this. It's wonderful. $77 is the halt level. I'll just put 500 shares this time. And same 20-cent trailing stop. Yeah. It's 20 cents. I lost 20 cents on that. Everything just moving up and then pulling back. So GP looks like that's done. Mott's halted a little bit. There's my 20-cent start. Again, we're already in there. Look at that. A license to print money. Really is. Trailing stop. It looks like it's going to get halted as long as it doesn't gap down. And even if it does, I should be quids in with this. Alistair, you're absolutely right. But what do I say? Do as I say, not as I do. I have a 3K goal daily between now and the end of the month, which will clear that drawdown. Get me, I'm getting 17.5K in the hole in February. So I'm in the halt. It looks like it's going to gap up. Oh, I'll take that. $7 resumption. It probably won't be. It'll probably come down to about 6.8. I'll probably get about 25-30 cents on the gap up, I would imagine. But if it resumes at $6.90, $7, even better. I'll be locking that in. I'm already 31% up on the day, so if I can have a 50% day, my first day back after blowing my account, I will be absolutely stoked. This is nice. Alright, we're halted there. We'll come back. Looks like a level resumption there. So we'll see. Might be. It's going to be a 10-minute halt. It's got a lot of volatility in the imbalance. So it's probably going to be a 10-minute halt. Trying to see anything else moving. OTS halted down. IFBD, no volume. Let's have a look at it on the daily. Oof. Yeah, back from November. I'll be very surprised if it goes up to 14. Be very surprised if it went up to 14. But look, I'll take that. So $7 resumption it's looking like right now. I'm not seeing anything else moving to take a look at. How's the market doing? It looks like it's trying to turn around. Oh, I like that pattern. Potentially the start of an inverse head and shoulders there. Maybe. We'll see. Or maybe if you look at it on the 5 minutes, it's like there already is one. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Down on the day, but trying to break new highs. We'll see. So this 42 and a half. 942. Have a look at Iova or Ed. Yeah, well, I advance. There you go, Brandon. I had a good day yesterday. No volume pre-market. Then the volumes all come in. Had a good day with the cancer catalyst yesterday. Cancer treatment catalyst yesterday. 13.99 is the halt level to the upside. So I wouldn't worry too much about that if you're in it. But well played, Brandon. Good shout. Resumption level on VTYX. It's level resumption at the moment. Well, I'm like 650 is what I've got on the on the whatchamacallit, but I think this is probably going to be. It's going to resume in. If it's a 5-minute halt, it'll resume in 30 seconds. Well, let's see. It looks like it's gapping down now. So it seems still volatile on the imbalance to me. I think this might be a 10-minute halt, but we'll see. I've got 625, which is pretty much where my stop is. 625 on the resumption price right now, and we should get a resumption anytime about now. If it's a 5-minute, there we go. I got stopped out. Oh, I'll take that. Take that every day. Twice on Sundays. But 1,000 shares. I put a 30% trailing stop in place this time. Just for the break of $7. Let's see. This moves up, I can scale in once I get a bit of a cushion on it. Otherwise, I'll take the hit. I wasn't sure if we'll get that resistance at the whole dollar, and it looks like we are doing. Right now, I'm risking about 15 cents. Not even. 150 bucks. Is to hold $7, break 7 and hold it, quarter, half, and whole dollars. As I always say, psychological, very psychological levels. You see where the transactions. So Mike was asking earlier about see this big volume by price candle here. A lot of transactions taking place at the whole dollar there. There you go. Nice one, CMD. How's the small account, Matty? We started today with $10,118. We're up 4K. It's 40% up on the day. $0.20 trailing stop here. Got hit. The range is 50 cents, so I really should be making a smaller size and a wider range. Looks like you're getting one here, Mike. Nice 5-minute pullback. That's the first red candle since the last one. Anything else moving? EPOP. EPOP looks strong. Down hard, looks like it's trying to make a reversal. SPOP, CPOP. over $7. Could be strong. Get the down wick there, so it's a nice little bull flag setup. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to give. So from 1,000 up, I'd just give that back. Give 1,000 back. All right. Was it ready? 93. This as well. Go. 10-cent trailing stop on this one. And another 400 bucks. Well done, Tony. I like that one. Right, I'm gonna lock that in, guys. 3K, 30% up on my first day back. I think I'm just going to lock that in. 3K is a damn good return off a 10K start. And more importantly, we're finishing all green. Even better. I'll stick around for a little while yet. Over. Nice little move up. There's VTYX. Back over $7, I might be interested, but I mean, it's a nice healthy pullback down towards the VWAP, $6 or whatever. That's nice. Needs to start moving back up. I'd say $7 if it's going to be bullish. I offer pretty much the same sort of thing, but twice the price. Money Hero, down hard. Well done, Mike. Catch you tomorrow. You know where I'll be. Same place, same time. Hollow back over the VWAP. So let's have a look at Hollow right now. Microcloud hologram. 2230. Last swing high since the sell-off. Watching that. Spreads are quite whippy, like 30 cents on the spreads. 99 cents on the range, so it's a 3x. Oh, over $1 on the range. So that could, although saying that, spreads are 30 cents on the spreads. 40 cents on the spreads. 50 cents on the spreads. Just be careful with hollow. Manage your risk on that because the spreads are whippy as hell. Yeah, I'm just going to lock that. I've locked my montage now. Unless I see something really nice, like BTYX back over 7, or IOVA back over 1350. I think I'm locking that in. Tesla breaking highs. Look at RAT. RAT Therapeutics. RAT is moving up nicely. Good, strong relative volume day. Normally does about 600,000. It's done 2.5 million. So good start out of the blocks. Looks like we've volume top there around 940-ish. Now I'll take a look at EBS in a second. We're going to get a new high of day here on RAT. RIPT Therapeutics. There's a new high of day, and it can break the $0.50. 848, the high of day right now. Huge gap down yesterday. This was a $20 stock, $25 stock yesterday on Friday. Huge gap down over the weekend. Had a bit of a dead cat bounce in the pre-market and sold off after the open. Looks like it is definitely trying to bounce now. So this is down huge over the last while. Over the last weekend. RAT Therapeutics. Huge gap to cover. $15 gap. Don't do that, get him. Don't jinx us. Over 860. This is motoring now. There's some good volume. Green and white on the ticker. Just 850 could have been a good entry there, actually. Sense. All right, let's see. Take a look at EBS now. It's over, but RAT is really motoring. 25% up on the day. Let's have a look at EBS and CPOP as well. CPOP first. Pop Culture Group. Yeah. Nice. Pop Culture Group. It's at the pre-market high. And I'm not feeling that one. So let's have a look at EBS. Just over $2. So devil horns on the 5 and the 2. Needs to fill that wick. A double top at 210. Doesn't fill me with a great deal of confidence right now. EBS. Back to IOVA. Over trying to curl. Went up to what, 220 pre-market? Oh, that was Algo spike, wasn't it? That would be a good entry. 13.6. So I've got 400 in there, 475. I've just put a 20-cent trade. So I'm risking 200 bucks on this. Looking for a new higher day. I'm not even risking 200 bucks. I'm no, just risking 100 bucks. Well, good luck, Ed. You'll be fine. I'm sure you will. Just do as I say, not as I do. Remember that. There we go. Now it's a profitable trade. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Don't follow blindly. Absolutely. Not a financial advisor. Not offering financial advice. Don't follow me blindly. 20 cents on this, so if I can get over 13.80, it's profitable and we're all good. Probably should just take half off anyway, but no, it's a good trade now. It's a profitable trade regardless, so I'm just going to leave that in there. 1,000 shares, and watch that climb. We do love a trailing stop. We do love a trailing stop. So double top right now, new high of day, and we're going to test $14. So I'm happy with that. I've got my 10 cents. I've got my 100 bucks on that. Takes me over 500 on this this ticket on the day. No, absolutely get him. Don't force a trade. Just wait for the right setup. So I wanted to get in there for the break of the $0.50, and I was late. I'm like, okay, well, where do I get in? So I got in at 13.60. A little micro pullback, kind of new high. So it made a new high here, and stopped me out. So what was that? Another 100 and what? Yeah, another 100 bucks. So happy days. I'm glad I had the stop in place, because look at that. Pushed all the way down to 13.50. High of day 13.94. So you think could have got stopped out there at 13.74, but I lost 3 cents. So that's 3 cents slippage. Absolutely get him. Maybe I should just go for these base hits, you know. $100 trade here, $200 there. Put the trailing stop in place, and away we go. Arm holdings breaking highs. Okay, what else do we have there with it? Pixel works. Not enough volume. So GP, no. All of VWAP. I over. Still above the VWAP, above the 9. Still looking bullish. Not convinced. The S&P 500 is choppy as hell. Look at this. S&P 500 today, choppy as hell, sideways and choppy. Currently approaching today's session high. But choppy as hell today. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing, CC. Don't like the last two candles with poor volume, so I think I'm just going to wait for minutes. Wait to see if this this does pull back the double top there. If it does, it fill this wick, get over 14. And if it does, do we see any further momentum? That's kind of where I'm sat with this right now. Huge down wick on the 5 though. I like that. I'll see this over 14. Right, it's up at 860s. Still breaking highs. EBS then, looking at testing out after its pullback. EBS, we had those devil horns, if you recall. And then it pulled back. Devil horns here, then it pulled back. It's actually breaking highs now. So that's Emergent Biosolutions. Breaking new highs. EBS. Nice little flag formation there. Beautiful flag formation. EBS then, alt level at 244. Pre-market high at 224. Excuse me. So my goal today was 3K. It wasn't, but we worked it out for me to get to 17.5Ks, 2.5 to 3K a day. So I didn't expect to do that today, but yeah, on average over the next week, clear that drawdown. Make sure that I think February is probably going to be a red day anyway, but I just want it to be statistical green day. All the way down to the 9. Is it going to bounce and go all the way back up? Genius, how it looks that way. No, it's Calvus. He normally likes these 9 EMA bounces. Iova testing we're getting a nice little flat top on Iova. Sending wedge into a flat top, usually breaks up. Current high of day, 13.95. I'll wait for the break at 14. But yeah, they usually break up. He's ascending wedge into a flat top. I'm just waiting, watching. Rat Therapeutics up at $9 now. Let's see that one. Very strong. Stop me out that. Oh, profitable trade. Changed it for a 20-cent stop. Ah, it's a profitable trade. 175 bucks. It all adds up. But yeah, it was the what was I watching about on the 9 EMA? EBS, I think it was. Yeah, it's bouncing on the 9 EMA. So I know it's something that you like to watch for. Yeah, it's just about going back to basics, Cal. I shouldn't have traded last Thursday anyway. That was my own fault. And you should never risk your whole account on a trade. But I wasn't in the right emotional state. Not that you could tell, because I've got a good game face. I wasn't in the right emotional state to trade last Thursday, and I did anyway, which is always recipe for disaster. So we're back at it. 3.5k. I'm locking that in. That's me done for the day, guys. Yeah, there's a lot dumping. So I was looking for that flat top breakout. Still looking for it. Got a pullback. Still waiting for. That's why I said wait for $14. Don't. We've got a pullback instead. Looking for the retest next time. So $14 is what I said here. Don't touch it at the current high of day, $13.95. That resistance, $14, is really important. C-Pop's been moving. It's sold off hard. Been moving up nice now. So this went up to 940 yesterday. Yeah, it's approaching $6. The VWAP now, VTYX. So C-Pop popped. Might get green on the day. Yesterday's closing price was $7.19. So if it can get 7, which looks like a pretty much a level resumption right now on C-Pop. Should resume anytime now. There you go. Nice whippy. Careful with it, guys. 20-30 cents on the spreads. Very dangerous. Spreads are horrible. 748 is the halt level for the upside. 719 is yesterday's close price. Yeah. Oh, we're back up here, retesting that $14 level on IOVA, Iovance Biotherapy, or whatever it's called. Call it Iovance Bio. IOVA. Back up there, testing those highs. Flat top. Looking for that flat top breakout. I've locked my montage, so I'm not in it. But if you are in it, if you're going to get in this for the breakout, look for the break over 14, but also watch for the swift reversals. You should get at least a 10-cent pot. Not financial advice, of course. Don't sue me. But be careful on a swift reversal. Oh, we've got our first IPO gone live as well. ECYQ. This is horrible. You don't want to trade this. There's no range on it at all. So don't bother with that one. $97. Just adding a penny to the higher day. That doesn't count. Which one, Tony? I'm watching IOVA right now. Iovance Biotherapeutics. And EYCQU is the IPO that's gone today, but it's like very thickly traded, no range whatsoever, just barcoding. So no opportunity there. If there's no volatility on it, no trade. No volatility, no trade. Simple. Wrapped, moved up. Still breaking highs, wrapped therapeutics. Oh, I switched it over just as it popped. Broke the 950, right up to 989. Wow. Broke 950, right up to 989. Wrapped therapeutics is a good one. Still looking strong. Looks like it's going to test $10. Very psychological level, $10. This does have a huge gap to fill. It went up to $10. It got rejected at $10 yesterday. Pre-market, so just be careful. This is resistance from yesterday pre-market. But after this is a huge window. Well, it's only been 2 days, Cal. It's after a long weekend, so you tend to find that after a long weekend. Just so happens, if you look at this on the 60, you'll see this red line is the high of day. That's your window. That's where it was struggling to get over yesterday, pre-market and at the open. So there is resistance at this $10 level. Which is why you want that confirmation. You're looking at the higher time frames now. You're looking at the higher time frames rather than the 1 and 2 minute stuff. You're up at that $10 resistance level, so you really want to be looking at, does it get over $10.50, $11? Is it making a concerted effort to close that window? Looks like it's getting rejected at 10 again. Let's have a look at Iowa breaking new highs again. So it's $14. $14. We're getting an increase in volume on this candle as well. So we're over 14. Just can it hold? Can it hold 14? No. I think there's the reversal. It's been bouncing nicely on the 9 though. Been bouncing very nicely on the 9. Should get 14.10 out of this. Back over 14. Needs to hold. You can hold 14, you'll get 14.10. Wrapped. Moving up. We'll come back to Iowa in a moment. Wrapped is making another attempt at $10 by the looks of it. Bouncing on the 9. EBS looks like head and shoulders to me is forming there. I think, and with the volume, I think that's going to, it breaks the VWAP, it's going to sell off EBS Morg. Short on Nvidia, I wouldn't do that personally. Why? Because I'm in it long. I've been in it from like, well, my average is like 360, whatever, 340 actually. Top of my head. But if you want to trade Nvidia's earnings today, I would trade options. Look for a good price strangle. Look for your pricing middle of the day when the volatility of the opens calm down. You get better pricing when it's less volatile. Yeah, look for a strangle or a straddle, and then just cash it in the morning. I think you'll get a good move off Nvidia today, $15-20 at least. Just make sure that the break even is going to be covered by that. Yeah, I'd say $7. VTYX for me, $7. Rat is looking at making another move on $10. Taking its time with it though. Iowa struggling at 14. Yeah, I think if it breaks below 950 this time, it'll sell. It's 950. I think it's probably gone, probably done now. I think we're on the back end of this move. If it can hold most of this gains, it might come back later for power hour or something. I wouldn't say I got my money back, but mojo back. Okay, we'll see, Alistair. We'll see. A 35% gain. That's good by anyone's standards. I don't care. If you can make 35% every single day, then you'd be rivaling Warren Buffett. But you plateau. You see, you can't do that. The economies of scale don't work that way in trading these low float, low cap stocks. Small accounts, you can get 5, 10, 15% on a regular basis. 25, 30, less frequently. But you can double your account occasionally on a small accounts. But doing it every single day, that's unrealistic expectations. EBS breaking out. Oh, Robin, fair play to you, buddy. Yeah, Samu. See, the thing is, you're covered. If there's a risk with options, but the risk is less. The risk is the contract that the cost of the contract, and the likelihood of Nvidia having no volatility or very little volatility. Can't see it. But EBS to me, that's a head and shoulders for me. Shoulder one, head, shoulder two. So I think this is going to pull back, breaks $2, selling off. So that's EBS. I had that pop, which I think is the second shoulder, and I don't feel comfortable with this at all right now to go long on it. I still think Iova's gonna tempt that $10 at 14.10. Wrapped below $9 now. I'm gonna get VWAP bounce wrapped. You know what? I've locked my montage anyway, so I've locked in 3,500 on a 10k, so a 35% gain today. I'm happy enough with that. Daniel, give yourself a slap on the wrists. Get green, stay green, get to goal and get out, which is why I'm getting out. And it's breaking highs again. Over. Looks like it might hold 14 this time. Holds 14, like I said. 14.10 should be easy. There's 14.10. 14.11 is now the high of the day. Look for the bounce on the 9. Stop at the 20. Yeah, that's it, Daniel. There's always another day, another trade, another stock. There's always something tomorrow. Just lock it up, put it down as a bad day, and come back tomorrow. Red days are inevitable. Unfortunately, that's just, you've got to get used to, that's part of the game. Having a losing day is part of the game. It's frustrating as hell when you were good green and then you have a big red. I mean, just look at last Thursday's stream. I was like 11k up, over 11k up, and then I ended up blowing up the account. So, you know, 30% up on the account. I ended up blowing it. So. Luna's trying to make a bounce as well. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. We'll do it again tomorrow. All over again tomorrow. So 8 o'clock. I'll put the scanners up from 7 so you can see them, because I know we do get moves, but I'll be going live myself. So the stream will start about 7, but I'll be active myself from 8 o'clock. So join me in the meantime, and we'll do it all again tomorrow, same place, same time. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go take a nap and come back for earnings later. Actually, no, I'm not. I'll go and have a drink, and I'll come back and I'll get a price in about an hour's time for a Nvidia straddle for tonight's earnings. And if it's worth it, I might take it. And if it sells off, the good thing about doing a strangle or a straddle is you're covering both directions, and your risk is it doing nothing. I can't see Nvidia not doing anything. That's the thing today. And I might trade Etsy, or we'll see. Rivian might have earnings. Might move good on earnings. So I might trade that as well. So we'll see. I don't have huge amounts to trade with, so 100 shares here, 200 shares there is really what I'm looking at, because I don't have huge leverage after hours either. better to trade earnings with a larger account, because you don't get the leverage, and very often the ones that move are the coffee table names. That's where the liquidity is. So I'll 100% green today. Six stocks traded, 6 trades taken, and 6 winners. So that's going to be good for the statistics. And a 35% gain. I can't grumble at that. So maybe I have got my mojo back. Maybe I needed that kick in the pants last week, and we'll be back. So I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.